You know what I realized? That sometimes we can get so hyper-focused in something that we start to compartmentalize what's important. Not now. Can't talk to you. I'm focused on this. Not now. And you start to do the like eye of the tiger. You know, you got the Rocky theme song going on. You like horse blinders. No one's going to be able to break your focus. And while that is actually, I can see the good in that. I started reading Luke, and now I see the danger in it. We'll talk about it. But first, like this video, subscribe to the channel, come back, and then we'll discuss, okay? Go ahead and go. Have you ever looked at someone else or had a segment in your life where you were working on something you like, listen, I have somewhere to be. God told me what my assignment is. I feel this heart's desire. I'm getting ready to go ham. I'm getting ready to go in. And you got this. Like, you ever seen somebody or had that experience? Up until this moment, I would be like, and do, and keep doing. And I would have applauded from the scenes or whatever, like, yes. But I saw something different. So what's going on this thing that I wanted to go ahead and finish and read through Luke in the Bible. And saw that when it started getting closer for Jesus to go ahead and like get closer to Calvary, right? Moses and Elijah came down. That's when Jesus was on the mountain and he brought with him James, John, and Peter. And they were asleep, and then Peter woke up and was like, is that Moses and Elijah? Lord, should I build a tent for everybody? Because he was like, whew, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I wasn't prepped on what to do, so I don't know what to do, right? And so they literally came down, Moses and Elijah, to literally tell Jesus about his exodus out the world. Okay. So he knew, yo, y'all have to make y'all way to Jerusalem with me. Like, you have to go that way. And so that got my attention because I wanted to see how Jesus navigated to his destination and what he did along the way. Like, was he like, excuse me, listen, I got everybody who wants healing. Can you meet me in Jerusalem? Because that's where I'm trying to go and y'all holding me up. Because like modern day, that's what we would have done. Y'all holding me up. Y'all distracting me. Y'all keep pulling me away from my whatever. I have a time frame. Isn't it amazing? You have a time frame, but you haven't created the plan or time or the time frame for God's plan for your life. What time frame are you working on? Here you are like, I have a 5-year plan. I have a 6-month plan. No, because I said by the end of the year, I'm supposed to. And why I think certain people do that to ward against procrastination. I think a lot of people do that because it keeps them in check. It keeps them in line. I think for the most part it's done because of something good. But whose timetable are you working? That now you are looking at the other things in passing as distractions. When I saw that Jesus knew I'm supposed to be going to Jerusalem, we're going that way. But yet, when he walked through Jericho, that's where he encountered Zacchaeus. And I paid very close attention to the way that Jesus managed Zacchaeus. The fact that Zacchaeus was like, listen, I can't see, buddy. Because Zacchaeus was short, okay? He's about 5'2" in my head, probably 4'11" to make it more drastic, but he was short, right? So he climbs up on a tree because he wanted to see what the commotion was about. He was like, well, I can't. And so as Jesus is passing the tree of Zacchaeus, or where Zacchaeus was, he looked up and was like, Kiki, nickname, Kiki, come down, sir. I must have dinner at your house. And as he came down, the Bible says Zacchaeus was super excited. He was like, okay. He was so excited about being in the presence of the Lord. He was like, look, because Zacchaeus was a tax collector and he was known to be a little corrupt. He was like, Lord, I'm going to give to the poor. And anyone that I did wrong, I'm going to give them 4 times more. And Jesus looked at him and was like, today salvation has entered this home. Now, wait a minute. If you know you got to make your way to Jerusalem, stopping at anything outside of a drive-thru, you understand? It's too much. Buddies in the tree, okay, I have to make my way to Jerusalem. That's how we act in modern day. I'm not going to let nothing break my hustle. I'm not going to let nothing break my grind. And while that's dope, that's also not the way that Jesus carried out his mission. So why are you carrying out yours that way? Literally, it's not like he went to Zacchaeus and was like, I see you, boy, and blessed him there. He took time to stop his mission of going to Jerusalem for Calvary to say, I must eat at your house. Now, this is not no quick, okay, we go ahead and we take a bite of the Lunchables and we go. That was communing. And the fact that Jesus stopped in his tracks for Zacchaeus when he didn't have to, salvation was that important for Zacchaeus' bloodline, for Zacchaeus and his household. It was that important that Jesus wasn't willing to rush through that to get to his particular mission of Jerusalem. So now I pose you the question that was posed to me. What are you rushing off as unimportant? What are these Zacchaeuses in your life that God is like, if you would just make a little bit of time, you will make a huge impact in that person's life. If you would just go ahead and just reduce your timeline a little bit to let me go ahead and flow through your assignment, you will see that I will be touching and blessing people along the way. What are the things that you could possibly miss because you are so focused on your mission? And while there's nothing wrong with that in and of itself, if there's no wiggle room for God to use you to stop and pay attention to somebody's in the tree, the fact that I'm going to go ahead and commune with you, I must go to your house and have dinner, Zacchaeus. If God doesn't have any wiggle room, then it's a little bit of a dangerous mission because you're going on your own time, on your own accord, and in your own strength. You need a mission that's tweakable. You need a mission. When God gives you a mission, there's some like, look how many times he told Joseph when Mary was pregnant, go that way, take the boy this way. It's like you need to be able to hear, recalculate silently in the spirit. Not that the mission changed. How I want to take you there is different. There was one time that Jesus was literally making his way down to Jerusalem and he told the disciples, listen, go ahead and tell them people that we coming through that village. And the people came back like they said, don't go through their village. So the disciples was upset. Like, Lord, should we call down fire from heaven? Like, read Luke for real. Should we call down fire from heaven? And Jesus was like, no. Like, we don't have time to be punishing people and getting angry. We don't have time for that. He just chose another route. He just chose another way to get to the mission at hand. There is so much in that. Don't get so stuck on your mission that it has to be one way, that it has to be one route, that it can only be with that particular person. God should be able to move whatever variables that he wants without shifting your focus and your commitment to the calling that he chose you for. And your focus can't be this. Your focus needs to be this. Whatever you want, God, however you want it, make me sensitive to the Zacchaeuses, make me sensitive to when I'm too focused on the mission and I need to stop and actually commune with someone and I can actually be evangelizing low key. Don't miss the Zacchaeuses along the way to Jerusalem. Zacchaeus was in Jericho. Jericho was important, even though that Jerusalem was the mission. You understand? All right, listen, I feel like you got what you needed. You know we do these videos every week, every Thursday, right? Did you like this video? Subscribe to this channel. Okay, great. Because we're in the YouTube streets and that's what we do in this place. Okay, great. Share it, do all the things, comment, do the stuff so that we can get this word out and share it because people need to hear it, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and let me go. We talk later? Of course we will. Later.